when we talk of resilience, resilience is the brain's ability to do two things. If you go into a threat, are you going to remain in sympathetic even after the threat is resolved? Are you not able to calm down? The sooner you're calming down, the more resilient you are.
For parenting tips, celebrity interviews, recipes, conversations with experts, DIYs, and lots more. Subscribe to Kidsstoppress now. We probably don't realize what an important role neuroscience and mental health play in our daily lives and affect our productivity, efficiency, and overall well-being. Dr. Sid Warrier is a neurologist, public speaker, content creator, author. He's all about making neuroscience easy to chat about, smashing the stigma around mental health, and getting folks talking about mindfulness, learning, and changing behavior. Today, we will be talking to Dr. Sid about the effects of science, mental health, our eating habits, and how humans behave and why we behave the way we behave. He's spoken a lot on neuroscience, but he will need to make it a child's play in today's episode. Because if he doesn't make it as simple as ABC, then of course parents can't implement it. Welcome, Dr. Sid.
Thank you for having me.
A question that we often get asked is building resilience, building grit. And I see so many of us as parents constantly asking, ke, हमारे ज़माने में we were just tougher. Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta now is just not tough enough. मतलब उसमें वो है ही नहीं, वो grit है ही नहीं. Like they're constant, they give up before they've even explored it. Yeah. How do you build resilience in children?
When we talk of resilience, resilience is the brain's ability to do two things. One is not go into a defensive state at things that are not threatening. Mm-hmm. And B, suppose if you do go into a defensive state, how quickly can you come back to a calm state? Mm-hmm. So our brain has two states, calm and threatened. The biological term for this is parasympathetic and sympathetic. So these are parts of your autonomic nervous system.
Right.
So whenever there is a threat, your brain goes into sympathetic, that is fight and flight. And when you are calm, you go into parasympathetic. Yeah. Resilience is, if you get a threat, can you deal with it without going into sympathetic? Mm-hmm. That is resilience. That comes through practice. You've faced that threat before, you've overcome it, now you're confident, now it's no longer a threat for you. That is resilience. Or if you go into a threat, are you going to remain in sympathetic even after the threat is resolved? Are you not able to calm down? The sooner you're calming down, the more resilient you are. So as the kid grows, you are hoping that the kid becomes more and more and more resilient. And so they're able to cope with threats better.
Interesting. Yeah. And you said that comes out of not going into the flight and fight mode, comes out of a lot of practice. So what is that process and that practice?
The simplest example that I give, which is easily understood, is physical exercise. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you say facing stress, you can think of it as resistance. You want to do something is coming in the way. Now you can't do that thing, right? That is what resistance means. So if I want to lift a 5 kg dumbbell, I'm not able to lift it easily because the weight of the dumbbell is giving me resistance. If I keep exercising, eventually my muscle grows strong enough that now I can lift it. That resistance becomes lesser. My muscles have become more resilient. Right? Now, this concept is very easy to understand in the gym, but somehow people really struggle to understand it in terms of school or work.
Yeah.
So at school, say a child is trying to study. They are struggling with geography, for example, right? For some reason, they're not able to grasp the subject. We believe that we should keep teaching them that same subject in that same way, and the child should now figure it out. But what we don't get is that is the equivalent of somebody trying to lift 100 kg weight and they're not able to do it. Now, immediately you will think that, but that's silly, you should start at 10 kg.
Right.
But somehow we don't do that in academics.
Got it.
So if somebody is struggling with a particular subject, and it's subject specific, some kids may be very good at maths, but they may struggle with history.
Yeah.
So we need to learn how to break that history topic down and convert that 100 kg history topic into a 10 kg history topic.
Lovely.
How you do that is up to your creativity as a parent. But that is the way to do it.
Right.
And that's how you build resilience.
For parenting tips, celebrity interviews, recipes, conversations with experts, DIYs, and lots more. Subscribe to Kidsstoppress now.